says, oh, no, 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 Lamar Jackson, he can throw. But don't you think it's better to put him in a system that better suits his skills? And that kind of contradicts everything you just said prior to that. Because you're saying he can throw, but you're pretty much implying that he should be put in the system where he has to run, where he has to use his legs. I mean, what is going on, Ravens flock? My name is Drastic, and I want to welcome you guys back to another video on my YouTube channel, Flocking Ravens. And on today's video, we're going to be discussing Shannon Sharpe leaving the show, Undisputed. Now, Shannon Sharpe actually announced that he was leaving the show a couple of weeks ago. I didn't look into the reasons why he's leaving the show. All I know is that he plans to leave the show as soon as the NBA finals are over with, right? And the NBA actually finished I don't know, a couple of days ago or weeks ago. I'm not a NBA fan, so I don't know the exact, timing of this. But anyways, he ended up leaving, and I know that me making this video is kind of late on this topic, but I feel that I should be making a video on my perspective on this whole situation, because I feel that my perspective is very different from a lot of fans of the Undisputed show. Because when Shannon Sharpe announced that he was actually leaving the show, he got a lot of positive feedback off that, right? There were a lot of people that were commenting how they were saddened that he was leaving. They wished that he would have stayed, that the situation between him and Skip would have worked out. There were a lot of people behind Shannon Sharpe. Now, unfortunately, I don't fall under that category, because for me, I will not be missing Shannon Sharpe on that show. I do not support his show on the club Shay Shay. I used to, but honestly I don't watch it anymore, and I'm gonna get into the reasons to why. The main reason why I am not a supporter of Shannon Sharpe is because he is a first team all-pro hater. Shannon Sharpe is the biggest Lamar Jackson hater. He is the biggest Ravens hater. Y'all can say whatever you guys want, but Shannon Sharpe is a hater. So we have to go to the beginning of where this hate started with Shannon Sharpe. So in 2018, when the Ravens decided to draft Lamar Jackson, Shannon Sharpe gave his opinion about a Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. From the beginning up to the end of the 2018 season, Shannon Sharpe, for the most part, would talk very positive things about Lamar Jackson. Obviously, every now and then, he would throw a little jab here and there, but nothing crazy. So then you go into the 2019 season that Lamar Jackson had. In the beginning of that season, Shannon Sharpe kind of stayed in the positive side of things, right? But as the season progressed and Lamar Jackson started getting more attention and more hype, that's kind of when you saw like a switch go off on Shannon Sharpe. And he made a complete like 180 turn, right? And that's when he started with the whole negative comments, negative feedback, negative opinions. Everything he had to say about Lamar Jackson or the Ravens, it was always negative. It didn't matter what it was, he would always make it negative. Like, do you guys remember the very first game of the 2019 season? It was the Ravens versus the Miami Dolphins in Miami, right? And the Ravens, they blew them out. Lamar Jackson threw, I think, either 5 or 6 touchdowns. We just blew them out. And instead of saying, wow, this quarterback is actually very good, he's throwing the ball very well, give him his flowers, he went the other route. He decided to go the route of, oh, well, it's the Miami Dolphins. It's not impressive. It doesn't matter. But now if you go back to that segment where Shannon Sharpe is talking about Joe Burrow blowing out our practice squad, it doesn't matter. He is praising Joe Burrow. He does not care that he played our practice squad. He does not care. He was praising Joe Burrow. He was putting Joe Burrow either right next to him or just like one tab under Patrick Mahomes, under Tom Brady. Like, he was putting Joe Burrow on a pedestal. I mean, watching the show was so ridiculous, because every time you would hear Shannon Sharpe talk about Lamar Jackson, he was always moving the goalposts. Every single time. Like, Lamar Jackson could literally check off everything on his list, and he kept moving the goalposts, adding more things to his list. Like, It was just ridiculous. This is my opinion. Now, I don't expect you guys to agree with what I'm about to say, and I hope you guys do not go crazy in the comments if you don't agree with what I'm about to say, because it's just an opinion. It's not a fact, it's my opinion. I feel that Shannon Sharpe is a big Lamar Jackson hater because Lamar Jackson and his offense can actually challenge the offense that Shannon Sharpe played for when he played for the Baltimore Ravens. Because keep in mind, everyone that talks about the Ravens from the year 2000 will always say how that roster was one of the best rosters that we've ever seen. It's almost like one of those teams that you could only see once in a lifetime. The truth is that team as a whole was not a once in a lifetime team. It was actually our defense that was a once in a lifetime, because that defense, you will never be able to replicate that again. No matter how much you try, no matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to get the same results, because that defense, they made some crazy stops throughout the whole season. Like, it's almost near impossible to ever see that in today's football, or even in the future. Like, you just won't see that. That's a once in a lifetime defense. And shout outs to every Ravens fan that got to witness that defense live, like in front of your eyes, whether it's like at a game or through your TV, whatever. Shout out to you guys, because like I said, that's a once in a lifetime defense. Like, you'll never be able to see that again. So shout outs to each and every one of you guys. I mean, when you look at that offense from the same year that we had that incredible defense, that once in a lifetime defense, that offense, you could definitely repeat it again. You could even make it better. Shannon Sharpe was never a sorry player. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. He made plays for the Ravens. He made plays for the Broncos. But Shannon Sharpe's stock market, it went up thanks to that once in a lifetime defense. Again, I'm not saying that Shannon Sharpe is a sorry player. I am not saying that Shannon Sharpe does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying that Shannon Sharpe never put up numbers. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is Shannon Sharpe has been riding for the longest time the Ed Reed wave, the Ray Lewis, the Terrell Sugg. He's been riding that wave for many, many years. He's been telling the whole world that he was part of the Ravens' best team that has ever been put together. No, you were not part of that defense. That once in a lifetime defense. Your half of the apple was not that impressive. That half could be repeated. It could have been done better. It could be done better. I mean, look at it now. Look at Lamar Jackson and his offense now. The season hasn't even started, and I already know it's going to be better than your offense when you were with the Ravens. Your offense literally couldn't score a single touchdown for 5 consecutive games. For the first 5 games, 0 touchdown. Your offense, 0 touchdowns. So again, it was thanks to that once in a lifetime defense. Look, our defense this year, I like it. I like it a lot, and I think we could get very far with our defense. But is our defense this year or in the future ever going to outdo that once in a lifetime defense? Never. Never. Stop it. Anyone that says yes, we could, no, stop it. We'll never be able to outplay or outdo that defense ever. It's never going to be done again. But that offense, we could definitely outdo that offense. I mean, Lamar Jackson's 2019 offense, even with all that little weapons that he had to work with, he already outdid that offense that Shannon Sharpe was a part of. And it's not even close. It's like by a mile, bro. It's not even close. And that's the reason why I think Shannon Sharpe turned into a Lamar Jackson hater. Because what else could it be? I mean, he's always talking about how he's a Broncos fan, a Ravens fan for life, because he's played for both of these teams. Bro, cut it out. Stop it. Just stop it. Because I can believe you're a Broncos fan, but you're not a Ravens fan. You're not. You are not happy that Lamar Jackson is a Raven. You're not. You cannot say that you're happy that he's a Raven, or no, I want Lamar to win. I'm rooting for him. No, you're not. You're really not. You're literally one of those that is always moving the goalposts for Lamar Jackson. Like every time you set a goal, a requirement for him to get your respect, and he reaches that, you move it again and again and again and again. Like, how can you do all of that and then afterwards say, I want him and the Ravens to win? No, no, no. I don't dislike Lamar. I like Lamar. How does that make any sense? It's like I said, Shannon Sharpe is a first team all pro hater. And what's crazy to me is that he thinks that he can get other people to also agree with him on his point of view when it comes to Lamar Jackson. Shannon Sharpe interviewed Steve Smith Sr. On his podcast, Club Shay Shay. And he was talking to him about Lamar Jackson and what does he think. This was before Lamar Jackson got paid, when there was that whole rumors of, they're not trying to pay Lamar Jackson and this and that and whatever, right? Yeah, well, I'm going to let you guys listen to it, right?
Well, Lamar's outstanding. He's
well, when you offer a critique, and the critique that I've offered of Lamar is that I just don't think he throws the ball consistently, accurately enough. I'm not. That's not a nice. Not saying that he can't throw the ball. I didn't say
he
that.
He can throw the ball. Their offense is different.
But you want to put him in an offense like Rodgers? I mean, don't you have to put him in an offense that fits his skill set?
I don't know. I think his skill set. I think his skill set is he's a quarterback. If he's not a quarterback, then put him at a different position.
No, he's a quarterback, but all quarterbacks are not created equal.
That's
you
correct.
a man, but all men aren't 6'2", aren't 6'5", ain't 7 foot.
That's correct.
So what are we getting at?
I'm getting at.
Okay, what's the idea? You're the offensive coordinator.
Watch
you
this.
You got Lamar Jackson. Tell me what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna feed my wide receivers. That's it.
You gonna feed the wide receivers?
Yes. Yeah. Bateman can play.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think you play.
Poor shit.
Yo. Hey, yo. Shout out to Steve Smith Sr., bro. Shout outs to you, man. Because Shannon Sharpe really thought, like, Steve Smith was going to be on his side, was going to see his point of view. So here's the part that gets me. Shannon Sharpe in this interview says, oh, no. Lamar Jackson, he can throw. But don't you think it's better to put him in a system that better suits his skills? And that kind of contradicts everything you just said prior to that. Because you're saying he can throw, but you're pretty much implying that he should be put in the system where he has to run, where he has to use his legs. I mean, you're saying that without saying it. And Steve Smith Sr. said to that comment, well, he's a quarterback, is he not? Otherwise, put him in a different position. So then Shannon Sharpe replies to that by saying, oh, so you would put him in a Aaron Rodgers system? Yes. Why not? Because if you believe what you're saying, talking about, I'm not saying Lamar Jackson can't throw. He can throw. He can make all of the throws. Why would you not put him in a pass-first system? Why not? Why would you not put him in a system like Patrick Mahomes, like Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers? Why not? He's a quarterback. He can throw. You said he can throw. So why not put him in that system? And then Shannon Sharpe decides to ask Steve Smith Sr. with all the confidence in the world, because Shannon Sharpe, he already has this whole interview played out in his head. Like, so Shannon Sharpe delivers his question and says, all right, you're the coach. You have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. What are you doing? And Steve Smith Sr. responds to that with, I'm feeding my wide receivers. Yo, that had me rolling, bro. That had me rolling. Because if you look at the Shannon Sharpe's face after he responds, it's hilarious. Because Shannon Sharpe really believes that everybody views Lamar Jackson the same way he views Lamar Jackson. And that is not the case. I'm sure you could find a lot of people in the media that view Lamar Jackson that way. But when you actually ask a player outside of people who are not in the media, like a Steve Smith Sr. I know Steve Smith Sr. does interviews with like ESPN and whatever. But at this time, if you ask a player like him, or you ask Ocho Cinco or whatever, they're not going to give you those answers that you're used to getting. They're not. they're going to tell you the truth. Lamar Jackson is a quarterback. Lamar Jackson can throw the ball. Anyways, after that episode, I honestly lost all interest of watching Club Shay Shay. I'm not a supporter of Shannon Sharpe because Shannon Sharpe is a all-pro hater. So with him leaving Undisputed, I'm not saddened by it. I really don't care. I don't care to know what he does next in his career. Good riddance. For me, goodbye, good riddance. Hope I never see you again or hear from you ever again. Anyways, that's it for me. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure to do so. Leave your comment down below and let us know what you guys think of this whole Shannon Sharpe situation. If you guys agree with me or if you guys think I'm reaching. But yeah, make sure to share this channel with family and friends or just anybody who you may know that's a fan of the Baltimore Ravens. Make sure to share the channel. Let everybody know what's the channel to go to if they want to stay connected to the flock. And with that, I'm going to see you on the next one.